Got him contained. And with this new technology, we're going to defeat him.
Operation Downfall is going to be the largest mechanized invasion in the history of mankind. But we will be victorious. We fight. That's what we do.
Hello everyone, welcome to Get Writing. I'm Dr. Stavros Halvatsis. Today we're embracing the nitty-gritty of what every writer absolutely must know about scenes in order to write successful stories, since scenes form the foundation of all accomplished narratives. Let's get going. Strong scenes force conflicting characters, actions, and dialogue together. They form strong narrative units that enrich the characters and promote the plot. As such, we need to master the ins and outs of scene construction. Before attempting to write a scene, we need to ask ourselves, what is the story beat that the scene springs from? For example, is it the call to adventure? Is it the refusal of the call? These are two of the 12 beats which are laid out in Vogler's The Writer's Journey. Is it perhaps the break into two beat from Blake Schneider's Save the Cat beat sheet? I have videos on both systems. It is important to know because different beats do different things. The type of beat tells you what has to happen in the scene, in a generic sense. In the scene we will be studying, the beats are the call to adventure and the refusal of the call. Once we have identified the beat or beats, we have to ask the following questions. Who is the focus character in the scene? In other words, who has the most to lose? What does the focus character, usually the protagonist, want to achieve in the scene? We need to understand the focus character's emotional stance at the beginning of the scene. What is the obstacle standing in the way of the focus character in achieving his or her goal? If the obstacle is another character, pose the same questions for that character. What is the outcome of the clash between the focus character and the obstacle character? What is the emotional stance of the focus character after the clash? In other words, how does his or her physical stance and demeanor change in order to convey it? How does the result of the clash cause the next scene? Let's examine each in more detail.
How do you convince people that this is a fight that can be won?
This is an alien invasion in a global war. With a new jacket technology and a limited amount of training, we've been able to create super soldiers.
In Edge of Tomorrow, Major William Cage, a television personality, hides behind his fame, looks, and confidence in order to dodge the army draft. He's summoned to General Brigham's office, believing that he will be covering the Allied attack against the invading aliens, the Mimics, from the relative safety of the television studios in America.
The General will see you now.
Thank you.
The General, however, has other ideas. He wants Cage to deploy with the US Army to cover the action in Europe.
You misunderstand, Major. I didn't ask you here to sell me. I want you to sell the invasion.
Okay.
You ship out to the coast in 1 hour. Your camera crew is standing by. You'll be on the beach with the first wave.
Both men have distinct goals at the start of the scene. Both convey a certain demeanor which emanates from their rank, status, and influence. Both believe they will get what they want.
A little exciting, something to tell your grandchildren.
Well, I appreciate the confidence, General. I do this to avoid doing that.
A clash occurs.
But I'm not a soldier, really.
That's why I'm embedding you with several 100,000 men and women who are.
While it is an honor, General, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to decline.
Cage fails to blackmail the General into letting him off the hook.
I just inspired millions of people to join your army. And when the body bags come home, how hard do you think it would be for me to convince people to blame you?
He is arrested, stripped of his rank, and forced to deploy overseas as a private.
Arrest this man.
What?
His cocky attitude has been reduced to one of panic. The General's quiet, confident demeanor, on the other hand, does not change, which in itself underscores his power. Cage loses and the General wins the goal. Cage is forced to accept the call to adventure after all. To sum it all up then, masterful scenes firstly are built on identifying the function and purpose of the relevant story beat. Secondly, we need to detail the tug of war, the power dynamics between competing characters who have different outcomes in mind. Thirdly, we need to declare a winner and a loser. And fourthly, we need to track the changing emotions and demeanor of the clashing characters from start to finish.
Can't stand the sight of blood. Not so much as a paper cut.
Well, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, hitting the like and notification buttons, and leaving a comment to share your thoughts and to help the channel grow. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.